Another scientist came for followed this Mendeleev, Henry Moseley. He was born on November 23, 1887, England scientist, and Moseley's work on periodic table based on atomic number, not atomic masses. Okay, you could see his picture here. Very young age he started his inventions and discoveries and started placing them, learning about those elements. Okay, he found that atomic number has to be considered because atomic number was the main ingredient or main property of every element, which was different from each other. Not atomic masses, but the atomic number was not same of all the elements. Okay, they differ in their atomic number. So he considered that important part. He started arranging the elements into increasing order of atomic number, not the atomic masses. So what he did, he observed that he passed X-ray to these atoms and found that the atoms were electrically charged. That means they have some electrons, that means they have some electrically charged particles. Now these charged particles are electrons, and because of the number of electrons and the protons, they differ in their characteristic. Okay, you could see here an atom and the electrons are moving around. The main part here, what Mendeleev considered is only the atomic mass, and what Moseley considered is the whole atom. That means he considered the charges around this atom. Okay, see how the electrons are moving and protons and neutrons are in the center. Okay, so he passed the X-ray through this atom. He found that some of those lights travel back because of those charges. Okay, positive and negative charges. In your book, the table is seen clearly, but we'll see here now how he arranged these elements. He arranged the elements. Who? That is Henry Moseley arranged the elements into increasing order of atomic number. And he named this as modern periodic table, or we can call it as long form of periodic table. Whatever confusion was created, that confusion is, it has overcome on these confusions and all the problems, and now we are following this table for our preference. Okay, recently 118 elements were found, but before that only 96 elements were discovered. Okay, and as soon as the elements discovered, they started filling up the places. Okay, now you could see this part, that means from 1 to 18 we call it as groups. Okay, and 1 to 7 we say they are periods. Now how these elements are arranged, you see. First period element is hydrogen and helium. It tells you that those elements in the first period, they have only one shell. Okay, the shell, that means the orbit, that means they have only one orbit. Those elements which are placed in the second period, these elements have two orbits or two shell, you can say. Third period, they have three orbits. Fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh period, they have seven orbits. So maximum orbits the elements possess, that means these are seven orbits. Okay, and here 1h hydrogen, I have told you to learn in that way. 1h hydrogen, 1 is the number of electron, or we can say the Z number or atomic number, one electron and one proton. 2 Hg helium, that means it has two electrons, two protons, that means Z number is 2. 3 lithium, 4Be beryllium, 5B boron, 6C carbon, 7N nitrogen, 8O oxygen, 9F fluorine, 10Ne neon. Okay, so you could see here, that means at group number 1 these are those elements, 7 elements. Group number 2 you could see 6 elements. Okay, so all this goes on. Here there is some place left because from here he has taken out one period as well as the group of elements. They resemble each other similarly into their chemical properties. So they were found many. If they would be placed here, this table would be more longer, extended. So what he did, he took those elements here, lanthanide and actinide, and started placing them below the table. So it created another group, another block here. Okay. So according to the groups, these are 18 groups and 7 periods. Again, he has classified these elements into blocks. Okay, so this group number 1 and 2, we say they are S block elements. Those groups which are there, they are D block elements. From 13 to 18, we call them as P block elements, and below the periodic table we call them as F block elements. Here all are radioactive elements. Radioactive elements means they emit light. Okay, understood the periodic table. Periodic table was how it was given. That means he has arranged the elements into how many periods and how many groups. 7 periods and 18 groups. These 18 groups again was classified as S block, D block, P block and F block elements. What was the lanthanides and actinides? Lanthanides and actinides, they were from the taken from the modern periodic table. There was no place here to put them. If they would be put here, this periodic table would go more longer. So he placed them below the main table. Okay, so this much at least you have to study. Further we'll go. See here now, some elements were grouped here. Now we'll start thinking of the elements. First group, all those elements which are there down as you go. Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, all these elements are called as alkali metals. Second group elements are called as alkaline earth metals. Okay, alkaline earth metals. This group is called as transition metals. This group is D group. Okay, they are called as transition metals. Here group number 17 or 7, you could say. Group number 17, that is halogens, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, antimony. And the last group we call it as a zero group, or either they are noble gas. Zero group means their valency is 0. Okay. Your first group you will find, again one more thing, first group you will find all of their valency is 1. Second group their valency is 2. Third group valency is 3. Okay, like that valency only till 4. We have valency maximum 4. Again it starts from, here it will start from 1, 2, 3, 4. This way it goes on. Okay, giving out the valencies. So according to the valency also, all these elements which are there below each other, they have the same chemical property. That means same valency. Hydrogen is having valency 1, lithium 1, sodium 1. Okay, here magnesium is having valency 2. So it is placed in group 2. Okay, so alkali metals, what alkali metals are? These metals are very soft and reactive. They are more reactive elements. So even though they are placed outside, they start reacting with oxygen as well as water. Okay, you will find sodium element, will take one example. It reacts easily with oxygen, or either it reacts easily with hydrogen. And as sodium is placed outside, it is same like how your butter loaf, you can cut it with the help of a blunt knife. That much soft it is, and it is more reactive. Okay, as well as if it is put, some part of this sodium is put in water, it will explode. Why explosion takes place? Because of its more reactivity. So these elements are more reactive because they have valency 1. They are called as alkali metals. Alkali means they are ready to found alkaline structure, that is alkaline property. Okay, what is alkaline property? Find out what is alkaline property. Alkali metals. Alkaline earth metals, the same thing. They are also more reactive. Okay, they are present just with the help of some alkaline materials, or they form most part of your salt means most part of your earth part. Okay, that is the soil. So they are called as alkaline earth metal. Transition metals, these are all metals, they are hard in structure. Okay, these are your soft, your hardness or thickness goes on increasing, density goes on increasing, you will find. Okay, here you will find there are some elements here, that means some of in this part, that is the p block. P block is a mixture of metals, non-metals and metalloids. So in all these we have more metals and only few non-metals. Okay, so some of these, like you could see here, boron, silicon, arsenic, tellurium, and this, that is arsenic. These are, you will find they are all metalloids. Metalloids means they show the characteristic of metals as well as non-metals, as are amphibian animals. Wherever they are required as metals, they behave as metals. Where they are required as non-metals, they behave as non-metals. So there is a zigzag line in your textbook. You refer your textbook better than this. I think here they haven't placed the elements which were further classified. Okay, this is only to refer alkaline metals, alkaline earth metal, transition metal, halogens and noble gases. I have taken this picture. Here elements are now discovered. Okay.